Ed and Lorraine Warren, you might know them from the Conjuring movie franchise or have into the paranormal as pioneers of psychic research who inspired countless investigators. But who were they really? Were they the devoted demonologists Hollywood made them out to be, or just a couple of hoaxers chasing fame and fortune? In this video we uncover the true story of Ed and Lorraine Warren, and their lives, their most famous cases, and the evidence that suggests they might not have been what they seemed. Ed Warren was born on September the 7th, 1926 in Bridgeport, Connecticut. He claimed that as a child he grew up in a haunted house, an experience that introduced him to the paranormal at an early age. During World War II, Ed served in the US Navy, seeing action in both the Pacific and Europe. After the war, he pursued his artistic talents by enrolling in art school. Lorraine Rita Moran was born on January the 31st, 1927. From a young age, she claimed to have psychic abilities, seeing auras around people and even witnessing what she described as an angel in a hospital. The two first met at a local movie theatre where Ed was working. Lorraine had gone to see a film with friends. When Ed offered to buy them all drinks, Lorraine playfully asked for an ice cream soda, which cost a little more than a regular soda. Ed would later joke from that moment he knew Lorraine was a gold digger. In 1945, after surviving an accident when his ship sank during the war, Ed was granted leave. It was then that he decided to marry Lorraine, beginning a lifelong partnership that intertwined love, art and the paranormal. The couple travelled across the country, living off money Ed earned from selling his paintings. Often Ed would paint haunted houses and then knock on the owner's door to sell his artwork. These visits gave the Warrens a way to gain entry and document unusual activity inside. By 1952, they officially founded NESPA, the New England Society for Psychic Research, an organisation dedicated to investigating and documenting hauntings and paranormal phenomena. Ed soon declared himself a self-taught demonologist, dedicated his life to understanding and confronting paranormal forces. Lorraine, meanwhile, claimed to be a trance medium, able to communicate with spirits during investigations. Together, their combined talents created a unique investigative partnership, blending research, documentation and a psychic insight. Throughout the 1960s, the Warrens mostly investigated minor cases, until 1970 that is, when a young nurse named Donna received a Raggedy Ann doll from her mother. Soon strange things began happening. The doll moved on its own and left disturbing messages on paper. A medium claimed the doll was possessed by the spirit of a young girl named Annabelle, who had died on the land where Donna's home was built. The Warrens believed the doll was not just haunted, but possessed by a demonic presence, seeking a human host. For Donna's safety, they took the doll and placed it in an occult museum in a glass case. Skeptics, however, suggest the story may have been inspired by a Twilight Zone episode called The Living Doll, which featured a toy named Talkative Tina that turned menacing. Could the Warrens have named the doll after that show? You decide. Let me know in the comments below. Another famous case was the Perron family haunt in Rhode Island, which later inspired the first Conjuring film. The Perrons reported strange activity in their farmhouse. Lorraine, entering a trance, claimed the house was haunted by a woman named Bathsheba who had practiced satanic rituals. Historic records, however, show that Bathsheba had no connection to the occult. The Warrens' claims caused the gravestone to be vandalised multiple times and is now protected by a fence. In 1974, Ronald DeFeo murdered his family in a house in Amityville, New York. A couple moved into the home and reported paranormal activities. The Warrens investigated and declared the house haunted. Many skeptics believed the entire story was a hoax designed to make money, and some argue that the Warrens helped lend credibility to it. Whether true or not, the case became one of their most famous and controversial investigations. The Enfield poltergeist later dramatised The Conjuring 2, and it involved a family in London reporting a poltergeist. In reality, the Warrens did hear about the case and reportedly attempted to investigate, but were turned away by the main researchers Maurice Grosse and Guy Lamprey. The Hollywood version exaggerates their involvement. Ed Warren passed away in 2006 at the age of 79 after suffering a stroke earlier in life. Lorraine Warren had continued her work until she passed away at the age of 92 in 2019. So, what do you think? Were Ed and Lorraine Warren real paranormal investigators, or are they frauds who built stories for fame and fortune? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. It helps the channel grow and ensures more chilling stories from the world of the paranormal.